Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, May 31st. Pretty volatile week, but volatility brings lots of profits for traders, and that's exactly what we want. Here we're looking at the 15-minute chart, and as you can see, we've had a lot of big up and down movements over the last couple of weeks. Flip over to the daily chart that gives you a better idea here. We've been trapped in this trading range, 400-point trading range, 8,600 between 8,200 and 8,600. Um, Actually, over the last couple of days, the market has been hugging the 20-day exponential, and we've seen that happen at each key point in this rally since March. It first happened back in early March. We were hugging the 20-day exponential. Then we had a big breakout. Uh, Back in late April, it looked like we were ready to break down. We were hugging the 20-day exponential. Then we had a big breakout. And here again, over the last couple of weeks, we've been hugging the 20-day exponential and now look possibly ready for another big breakout. This rectangle formation that we're seeing here on the daily chart tends to be a pretty bullish formation, especially, well, it leads to big moves either direction in the breakout. So if we get a break of 8,600, we're going to 9K plus. If we see a break of the 8,200 level, we're probably going below 8K is where we stand on this one. RSI continues to hold above 50. We're continuing to hold above the 20-day exponential. Granted, you've got a lot of bears saying Friday's end of day rally, was crazy. Last few minutes we rallied 100 points, was BS. But they're just getting a taste of what bulls had to put up with all of last year. Remember the last 4 months of the year? We were coming into the last hour, last 30 minutes of the day, and the hedge funds were just hammering the market. We drop 100, 200 points in the last hour. We're just in the opposite mode right now. The game is to the upside. We've got lots of shorts to squeeze until this game is over and they decide to flip to the other side. We're going to continue to ride it. And, there's ample shorts still out there that can power each of these moves higher. If we flip over to the SMH, we had a golden cross on the SMH on Friday. As long as we hold above 1950, things look good here. I wouldn't be looking for a trade, but the fact that we have a golden cross on the SMH is positive for the NASDAQ in the near term. US dollar continued its breakdown on Friday. We called this a while ago. It was inevitable that a breakdown was going to occur, and as such, we've seen a huge move in oil. We closed above the 200-day moving average in oil, and we had the largest ever monthly gain on oil, up 30% in the month. So, commodities are on fire. We called this a couple of months ago. No surprise here. As such, we've got some oil plays that we're playing right now. DPTR, Delta Petroleum, hit our first target of the 50-day moving average on Friday. That's, almost a 40-cent gain in 2 days. Can't argue with that. This one still hasn't broken out yet. If this one dips, I really like this stock for the medium term over the summer as long as oil keeps going. A break of 225 and this one can really catch fire. It was at $4 back in April before the dilution sell-off. Now they've got a lot of cash. They've done their financing and could be blue skies from here. We had a positive MACD cross on Friday, positive ADX cross. Stochastics and on-balance volume also have lots of upside momentum here, so this one could really keep going, especially with the move in oil. EXXI Energy XXI, this is an energy play we've played a few times. Tested the 50-day moving average on Thursday. Nice big bounce off of that, and then continuation through the 20-day exponential on Friday. Another move to the 80s. Looks like a lock on this one. We've got support at 55 cents. Target 80 cents plus on this one. All the indicators are very, very strong. ADX very strong here and should be a nice mover with oil this week. Our other oil play is WEL Boots and Coots. We played this one, got a nice bounce off it a couple of weeks ago, and time to move in here again. Breakout is a close above $1.35 with a target of the 200-day moving average at $1.53. This one is going to get a positive MACD cross tomorrow. Stochastics are about ready to break up through 50. We had a positive ADX cross on Friday, and things look very, very good here, especially with oil doing what it's doing. ONT. I sent out an alert on this one late on Friday. This is just flashing multiple buy signals on my chart. Nice big move on Friday. We had a golden cross a week ago. We haven't had our golden cross spike. And just like the golden cross 15-minute Dow play that we've done, whenever we see a golden cross and the stock or index continue lower for a couple of days, there's usually a very nice spike following afterwards. RSI has held 50. ADX has remained strong. And the key here is stochastics. We're back down to 20 on stochastics. And each of the last couple of times we've seen stochastics drop through 20, we've seen a huge move. It happened here at 21 cents, and 2 weeks later the stock had tripled. It happened back here in March. As you can see, in early March we had a cross, and the stock went up 100%, well, 75%. It also happened again back here in early January, and the stock went up huge as well. So this one is flashing a big move, at least a move to 50 cents. 50 to 60 cents is what I'm expecting on this one early this week. ELN, mentioned a couple of weeks ago that this one was coiling for a big move. After hours on Friday, stock up big, was trading at 8.50 in after hours. The reason, strong rumor that Bristol Myers Squibb is going to take a 20% equity stake in ELN, so we should see this one possibly test the $10 area here, depending on what the news is this week. ACLS, big move. It's retraced back. Would look to accumulate this one anywhere around 40 cents. As I mentioned, we're waiting for a break of 50 cents to buy our real position on this one. And when it breaks 50, it really should go. AEHR continues to tread water right below its downtrend line. A close above 1 will set this one free. Another cheap semiconductor play. Target again is a move to $1.35 here. DSCO FDA meeting on Tuesday. We should see this one break out big tomorrow. We'll look to sell half of our position, half plus, before the FDA meeting on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll be doing that tomorrow around $1.40. So chart looks really, really good here. We've got a nice flag formation, and this one could be a nice winner for us tomorrow. EFJI has been treading water right below its 50-day moving average. Obama came out with his cyber security speech. He's going to pump a lot of money into that. These guys are big in that sector. They provide security for Homeland Security and the Department of Defense. Breakout is 75 cents, and this is a stock that when it breaks out, we're going to see a very big move on it. I'm talking $1 to $1.20. RSI looks very good. On-bounce volume, just check at this vertical spike on on-bounce volume that has yet to show up in the stock price. It will, and I'm thinking it happens this week. We've had a lot of huge winners over the last few days. I'm not going to jump into them. We've had the alerts. This is a fantastic market for us, and we've got a lot of potential big winners going into this week. So things look very good for us going into this week. Now, granted, we've got news of the GM bankruptcy likely tomorrow. Be interesting to see how they spin that. Probably the gap we saw late on Friday was so that they can sell the market off 100 points on the GM bankruptcy news tomorrow, even though it's a known factor. Essentially, they will... what probably happened was that late day rally was them fixing the market for the GM bankruptcy tomorrow so that it pretty much has no impact, and we get the rally back on again on Tuesday. So that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Good night.